Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. What is happening in the parliament? 15 members of parliament, 14 in Lok Sabha and 1 in Rajya Sabha suspended. And I hear that some of them are suspended for the session, and the security details, the security breach details, we have some idea. To know more about this and the various angles at play, for example, who is the mastermind? Who is Lalit Jha and where is he? He's still absconding. So to know all this and more, let's welcome Sumit Peer. But before that, please like this video and don't forget to click on the subscription button if you have not already subscribed. So let's welcome Sumit Peer. Sumit ji, Ram Ram, kaise hain aap?
Ram Ram, Namaskar, Pranam, Vanakkam, Shri Sir, all fine and good. All is your Ashirvad and Kripa Plot Maka.
Sumit ji, you are right near the nerve center. You are in Delhi. I'm hearing that you have a lot of new information about this stuff. So I'm going to yield the floor to you. Take it away, sir. And you can start however far back you want to go and then start from there.
Sir, in the name of Bhagwan Sree Ganesha, let's do the Sree Ganesha of this broadcast. Now, what we are hearing here is a lot of things, a lot of suspicions, a lot of theories, and a lot of angles have come up. Now, we know for sure that 15 MPs have been suspended, including Mr. Derek O'Brien, as they were not behaving properly. Suddenly today, when the government came back and they were about to conduct the business of the house, we have seen then a lot of question marks, a lot of unruly behavior, a lot of things were happening which is not as per the decorum of the parliament, and this is now not how a civilized democracy should behave. We have been appealing since yesterday that look, whatever happened is a security breach. I mean, that is taken, nobody can take it away. But we have to get together because we have to fight. We have to know who are the people behind it. What are they trying to tell us? What are they trying to send a message to? Look, the angles are from many to many. We can start from Pannun and we go to leftists, we go to urban nexus, we go to Naxalites. We can go to any kind of any number of options which are available. Now what we know, there are around 6 people who have been kind of identified. I mean, 4 have been arrested, 2 are absconding or missing right now. There is one person in the name of Lalit Jha. Now he is, as per Delhi police, he is the mastermind of what happened yesterday. Well, we know, Sri Sir, that it was orchestrated. It was done to send a message. It was done to remind us of something. And what was it? Yesterday, we know there was around 21 years back, the Parliament of India was attacked. We know the famous sloganing, which happened after Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai. I mean, that attack where when all the Tugde gangs got together and all that, that was 21 years back. Yesterday, exactly at the anniversary of that, this incident happens. In the backdrop, we also know Pannun has kind of warned that he will do something like this. And we know that he's under scanner and something like that is being done. 2 days back, we had the FBI chief meeting the NIA chief. And they were talking that we are going to talk, they talked about all the things, including Pannun and his threats, and everything was discussed there. Now, we also know that, after this happened, suddenly a lot of political leaders and all, they have started making a big political drama and tamasha about it. They want the statement from the Prime Minister. They want Mr. Amit Shah to speak. Of course, I mean, that is, they will address the issue. But let the business of the house be conducted. Couple of angles which came into play. Now the lady in discussion, Neelam Azad, is from Haryana. She is 42 years old. Now she claims that she is a student. Now the first question is that up to 42, you're studying what? You seem to be like Kanhaiya Kumar, who was also studying up to 50 years maybe. So what are you studying? And the lady was seen in Kisan protest. The lady was seen with the wrestler protest. The lady was seen with various things which were orchestrated against the BJP government, and this lady is omnipresent there, and yet she claims that she is a student. Now, you can't be, even at the age of 42 or 43, I can't be doing some course, BA in German language, and I can claim perpetually to be a student. The student does not give you anything which takes you off the crime. There is no provisions in the new or the old IPC, wherein being a student, you are not liable for any crime and criminal activities. Now, the lady claims that I was there to protest. You don't jump into the parliament and you don't have that yellow smoke which you have created and you were trying to protest what? You don't jump the queue, you don't risk the life and liberty of the people, and then you talk Tangam, I'm doing it to protest. And if you look at these 5-6 people who are involved, they're from different states. Demography is different, age is different, nothing seems to be in the common. But this person in the discussion, Jha, he has a lot of things in common which we'll come and discuss, sir. Another one which important aspect I want to bring to your light is, if you look at them, they don't even know what they are demanding. If you look at there have been videos out of this Neelam talking to, when he has been taken away by the police, she's saying, "Bhai, main to protest kar rahi thi, I'm all that." But the thought process is not clear. You don't seem to understand what exactly is Neelam wanting. Why should she do this? And this guy who was caught, his father is of the opinion that if you have to hang him, go and hang him. Now, UAPA, which is one of the very powerful law which has been used against them, which provisions have been of UAPA have been used against them. So government is doing what it has to do. Now, what is it? What exactly happened? Because since yesterday, this news has been even talked very much in Pakistan. Pakistan is suddenly questioning the security of the new Indian Parliament. Pakistan media is questioning why Indian Parliament security is so weak. Pakistan media is kind of questioning, when this amount of money was put on the building and all, why the security details were not taken care of. Sir, you want to say something?
Yes. I wanted to tell our viewers that in about an hour's time, we are going to have a Pakistan special, and that will be in Hindi. So do come back and join us for that. We will say all that is happening in Pakistan. Go back to you, sir.
Sir, now I suddenly don't understand what is the interest of Pakistan in this. I suddenly don't understand the people who orchestrated the attack on Parliament, why they bothered about the security of our Parliament. I don't get a lot of things which are coming here. And this Lalit Jha, Jha, the person who is the main culprit or who is the mastermind behind it, he is seen with TMC leaders. He has been seen with some Congress leaders. All these people have pictures with various political leaders who are of the opposition. In this rally, that rally, here and there. Now the question is, one of the attackers is kind of inspired by a great journalist, who talks like this. That dinosaur, Jurassic era journalist. He's inspired by them. Another of this person is inspired by another journalist who has initials of A and A. Right? So these journalists seem to be inspiring them. Some of them are inspired by Kanhaiya Kumar. Some of them follow Kanhaiya Kumar and are highly impressed by his ideology. Now there is also a talk that this was all coordinated effort, and their phones, which have been confiscated, which were kind of confiscated by the person who was running them. There's also talk this Lalit Jha got a call from somebody or went to meet somebody in Gurugram before this. There's also talk that these people wanted that, you should go, ask somebody that you watch the news at this time, see what is in the news. So they were, it does not, it happened on its own, and it was just that they just went in and they decided. And then the important thing is they used a BJP MP's pass to enter. And if you look at the process, this issuing passes and all is very weak. If you know somebody, I want to look at Parliament and all. And unfortunately or fortunately, unfortunately for us and fortunately for us so far, I'll tell you how. Unfortunately, this incident happened. Fortunately, we have so many people who have visited the Parliament, so many kids who have visited, schools have visited, and we have seen nothing like this. Now, when you look at all these incidents, visiting Parliament is not bad. But what was done yesterday is pretty bad. Now, why are you trying to have that yellow smoke, which you are trying to kind of open a can of yellow smoke? Now, Mr. Kartik Chidambaram, Mr. P. Chidambaram's son, also had given a media interview. He's kind of hinting at this could have been something very dangerous. Now, yellow gas ideally is, what I have read, is something to do with as a compound of phosphorus or something which creates this yellow gas. Now, are you trying to send a message and tell us, look, your parliament and its security is not foolproof, we can breach it, or breach it, you are sending this yellow smoke up to kind of register your presence? What has Pannu got to do this? And the color of Khalistanis, what they use is yellow. Khalistanis use this yellow color. So yellow smoke, yellow color, does it have a correlation? Now, are these urban Naxals or Naxals trying to send a message? Now, there are some people who have shot some people and they have become political leaders now. You all know the names. We are not going to take any names here. Anybody can find who these leaders are. So there have been people who have been talking of cutting the chicken neck. So a lot of things are happening here. Now, these urban Naxals who are now questioning everything around the security of the parliament, has it something to do directly, indirectly with the ISI? We don't know. Are some other intelligence agencies, external intelligence agencies, also involved in the backdrop? We don't know. And remember, what did Vipin Rawatji tell us? Swargi Vipin Rawatji told us about 2.5 enemy. One here, and 0.5, which lives in the country, which looks like EB and MU, and which is very, as ordinary looking as you and me, but is capable of doing these extraordinary things. And we also know, sir, we have been warned by Israel and all, and the world has been warned by idea that Hamas and its cadres have kind of infiltrated everywhere. There are sleeper cells which are everywhere in the world, and they can be activated. I'm not saying it has something to do with Hamas and all, but we know that kind of a thing is also prevalent and possible in the world. We know there can be sleeper cells of Pakistan here. We know even there's a concept of moles. The mole is somebody who's planted into the system, and for 10-15 years you let him be in the system, don't do anything. At the right point of him for the right task, you kind of activate the mole. The mole is only designed or designated for that task. So who are behind it? What are the possible angles? National, international angle. And there are a lot of people who are very unhappy with the parliament building. There are a lot of people who are very unhappy with what happened with Article 370. And I've seen Pakistanis really sulking and licking their wounds after 370. And they have decided to go to International Court of Justice. Though they forgot one thing, that when it comes to jurisdiction, India never signed to the jurisdiction of ICJ. So going there is a waste of time and money for a cash-strapped country like Pakistan, for Bigharis like Pakistan, beggars like Pakistan, but they will still go there. So there are a lot of people who are sulking, and there are a lot of people who are irritated with a lot of things. And when Prime Minister Modi is having this 3-state triumph, when you got 370, when Ram Mandir inauguration is around the corner, I have been warning that something they are planning. And we also know, if you remember, ISI, we had intel that before the Ram Mandir, something, to humiliate India or to make, I have told this quote unquote, to humiliate India or to make Indian government and Prime Minister Modi look weak and meek, they will attempt to do something. So who are behind it? There are all host of possibilities. And as UAPA has been kind of, got into action, this talks about that it's not as simple as we see. There's some 3-4 people who are disgruntled who want a parliament and jumped there and started creating this tamasha. No. So the plot is much sinister and bigger. And now today you have to suspend 15 MPs for creating a ruckus. When have you seen 15 MPs getting suspended? So they created a ruckus. They are trying to make this issue big. Now, what is the news in the international media? Look, Indian parliament is not safe. If this can happen to the Indian parliament and its MPs, how are you safe in India? How is your business safe in India? How are your business interests safe in India? That is what they will do. And there have been some so-called alleged journalists, who have been saying that, no, these MPs should have not hit them. So kya karte? Gala like aage karte kya? They should have got, okay, bhaiya maro, ya maro. What do you want to do? Sir, MP or no MP, party or no MP, if I am an MP, I also have a right of self-defense. If I am an MP, I cannot be a string deng, bhai goli maro. And there are tweets of Mr. D.K. Shivakumar who has said that Mr. Rahul Gandhi was still and he was calm and he was composed. I mean, what do you do in such a situation? You have to protect your life, and you have to protect the life and liberty of others, and you have to protect the honor of the country. If I was an MP there, if I was staying there and looking, I'm a bit plump, I would have jumped on the man and killed him with my mate. I would have not waited. I mean, what do you expect these MPs to do? Why are some patrakars getting mirchi? Why have they taklif ki bhai, why did MPs start eating? MPs did the right thing. What would you do? There is no protest. You are risking the security. You have breached the security. What do you expect to do? Sting ducks? Get killed? And then you will have news, okay, we lost so many MPs, and this is what happened inside Indian Parliament. Today, the news is that an Indian MPs and the marshals, before the police arrived, they could handle these guys, though around, I think, 10 or 15 police officers or the people who are responsible for security has been also suspended. This is the beginning of the thing. And Mr. Om Birla yesterday told us, look, there's a security breach. He admitted there's a security breach. We are going to investigate it. We are going to look at it. He is not trying to hide anything. But where is this hypocrisy coming from? Why are you trying to protect these attackers? Why are you trying to say, oh, one is from Maharashtra, one is from Haryana, one is from UP, is it a BJP ruled state or is it a not BJP ruled state? Or how doesn't the Yogi Adityanath know that's out of maybe 18 crores of population of UP? How did one kid end up in, it's not a kid, how did one idiot end up in the parliament? How do you expect a Yogi Adityanath to know? Does he keep track of all 18 crore people? I mean, these are the hypocritical things which have come, but they are trying to create an image, sir, that bhai, everything is broken, everything is shaken, everything is vulnerable. Anybody and anything can happen to anybody and everybody in India. If an MP is not safe, who is safe? If a parliament is not safe, who is safe? If this can happen in the parliament, where it cannot happen? And this time around, all the people who are used are citizens of India. There is no Pakistani. But the masterminds, are they in Pakistan? Are they in China? Are they in Turkey? Let's not forget Turkey. Are they in Turkey? Where are they? We have to know. We have to understand that only investigation will reveal. And let me tell you, sir, the people who are in Delhi police custody, after some time, they will start singing like canaries. They will vomit everything, whatever they have. But I think this was a precursor to something big. Was it a recce? Was it a recognizance? The trial run. I think there was a trial run where they're testing some systems. That is, we cannot take it away. There was a security breach. Yes, there was a security breach. But there is no point of blowing it out of the proportion. There is no point of questioning everything and anything and everything. And sir, what I'm reading about, what I'm getting to know from here and there about the new this Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the new penal code or the new IPC which is being built on. There are so many provisions there. If people now think of becoming terrorists or think of harming the country, that will be end to you. How is this Neelam Singh in Kisan protest, in wrestler protest, in every protest which is against the government? And yet she's a student. If she's a student, what has she got to do with the Kisan protest? What is her business with the wrestlers? What is her business with those Jantar Mantar protests? I mean, you can't be doing a BA in German studies perpetually and be perpetually a student. Now some leaders are saying, bhai, student ko pakad liya aapne. What do you mean student ko pakad liya, bhai? What do you mean student ko pakad liya? Does student give you a license not to do anything? These are all the possible angles, sir, which are being explored. Even myself, I'm puzzled because I see it much beyond. It's too early. I don't want to contemplate. We don't want to create any theories on PGurus. But I am seeing that it is much bigger than what the eye can see. I am seeing that there must be something much sinister to it. And we'll very soon come to know who are the people and what are that. But what is paining my heart? How come some politicians and the left liberals and the urban exiles have got together and they are beating their chest? Bhaiya, everything in India has failed. Everybody is vulnerable. Nothing is safe. Nobody is safe. This is what is paining my heart. And as far as security breach is concerned, we know 2 days back before this incident, Honorable Prime Minister and the Greh Mantri ji, Amit Shah ji was in Parliament, right? So, we don't know. I mean, they are very highly protected VIPs, and there are a lot of people who mean them harm. And what is the relevance of Amit Shah ji when it comes to winning an election in 2024? All the elections will go around one name, Prime Minister Modi, but people in PGurus always ask me a question, sir, what is the political threat to election? I told them there is no political threat. Politically, you will manage. You have to look at these geopolitical threats. So Pannun and all, they all come in geopolitical threats. This Pakistani is sulking. You see, OIC gave a statement today, yesterday. We are unhappy with the outcome of what happened in Supreme Court of India. What the heck is OIC's business in what happened in Supreme Court of India? Who the hell are you? What is your loci? Who are you? Have you lost your head or mind? Then Mr. Anandam Babchi gave them one beautiful statement. I dismiss even your, what do you call, even they said we have some concerns. So we dismiss their concerns conceptually. Basically, go and mind your business, fly kite, get out of here. It's none of your business. Now, when these things are happening, somebody or some forces getting together and orchestrating such an act is not impossible. I am not saying ki, okay, X, Y, and Z and done it. But the point I'm trying to make, Sri sir, it is not impossible. Now, after the drama which is being created today, it is not impossible. We know attacks have happened. We don't want them to happen. We want perpetrators to be hanged if possible, if the law permits. But why are we creating this ruckus and tamasha and harming our own country? We should be today together. Yesterday I was happy. I don't know who MP, which party they were. They were thrashing these idiots. I saluted them. I say you did the right thing and you should have hit them or peetna tha unko. But I did not say they were BJP MPs or they were Congress MPs. I don't know who the MPs were, but they did the right thing. But today, why are we again divided? Why are we trying to divide our country? This is the question. Do we have less of enemies? We want to become our own enemy. Is this the message and the tamasha we want to send to the whole world? Is this what India is about? Is this what our unity is about? So these are the things. And who is going to benefit politically? And whom are they trying to hurt politically? These questions will now be asked, because after this 15 people had to be kind of suspended today, the kind of drama which has unfolded today, we are, pushed to a corner where we have to go back and say, hey, hold. Who is going to benefit politically and who is going to lose politically? I didn't want to bring it in because if you push the things to a corner, then when you are up against a wall, sir, then you would stand by and say, hey, hold. Now there's a wall. Where do I go? Where do I go next? So these are the things which we need to contemplate, sir. You are trying to make a point.
Yes, a couple of observations. There are 5 levels of security, and it is believed that they smuggle these canisters in their shoes. Now, in the new parliament building, you have to walk a long distance from where you get dropped off. Are you telling me for that distance, viewers, just put a small pebble, about 1 centimeter diameter, this is small. Put that pebble in your shoe, try walking. And they are telling us that a canister of this size, because you need a little bit of area for it to be able to build the pressure, which is what will make the thing to come out. So the thinnest canister I can think of will be at least like 1 inch diameter, 1 inch. Okay. So 1 inch car, you are putting it in your shoe, not 1, but two each. Come on now. They can look at the CCTV footage of when they started walking in to find out how they were walking, what they're walking. Funny, or my guess is that is not it. It's somewhere else. Somebody handed it to them. Also, the other thing is everybody saying why are they not acting against the MP who gave the paper, the permission, Pratap Simha. So it looks like he has followed procedure. They did a thorough check. It's not the son who applied for permission. It is the father who has applied for permission. And there is one evidence on 15th of October, everybody met in Mysore. All these people, including Lalit Jha. And so everything appears to, or everything points to a planned method to try and embarrass the government. Yes, the government is embarrassed. Yes, without a doubt. The bigger questions are, how is it that somebody could smuggle the canister? That part doesn't add up still, in my opinion. It doesn't add up. And they have to also look at every camera footage to find out if there were people inside the MP gallery also, inside the well, if there was somebody who knew what was going to happen. I'm just saying that you have to look at all angles. This is just my submission. And they need to come out with a clean report. You have to do these things fast, guys. Don't take it for 3-4 months. Because this is where BJP, the people who did it know that any investigation will take months. So therefore, they can keep on beating Suraksha theek nahi hai, Suraksha theek nahi hai. The country is not secure. The country is not secure. These are the times when you need to move quickly, decisively, and find out the exact reason and put the name of the person who did this. Yellow color also sounds suspicious. And where did they fill these canisters? These are not, normal stuff. A lot of questions, I tell you, a lot of questions. That's all I wanted to say.
Correct. Sir, couple of things. Now, what we are also knowing, when the police is interrogating them, and police has this question, asking the same question again and again. Everybody is giving those textbook answers, the well-rehearsed answers. So they know the police will take them. Thoda maar pitai hogi. and they are exactly repeating the same answer. That means somebody has trained them, coached them. Usually, if you are not a hardened criminal or a very highly sophisticated operative, you every time your answer will have some variation. But they're exactly giving the same answers after repeated questioning. That means training and coaching is done. Point number one: who did this training? Who did this coaching? What was the purpose of this training? What was the purpose of this coaching? And what you rightly said, the idea is to give this feeling nothing is safe in India. And you made another brilliant point that if we take a few months to investigate, now we are in what, December, January, February, March. Worst case, you will have elections in April. So if it drags up to the April, then in the April there will be one mudda ki parliament safe nahi hai. Parliament pe fir attack hua hai. That is the kind of connotation, that is the canard which will be used. And they'll say ki desh ki suraksha khatra mein hai. And remember, this Pannun had announced some 10 lakh or more than that for anybody who will do this. So even that angle is there. Now the yellow smoke and the Khalistani color is yellow. There can be a possible correlation to this. And yet, after all this, what happened, I am sure that the CIA will not say Pannu has a freedom of expression, and he has some noble freedom of expression ideas. That is why such things are happening. We don't know Pannu did it or not, but I doubt is he capable of pulling such a big thing. In my opinion, it's very, very difficult for him. But let's see. Now, with all those things happening, and we'll give him legal aid and all that, the people who have got into this Pannu, what is Pannu's business in giving them 10 lakh rupees of worth of legal aid to these people? It's exactly like what 𝗤𝚑𝗻 𝗍 used to say: anybody caught with ISIS, right? And if he needs a lawyer and all, our party, and we will sponsor them with the lawyers and legal aid. Now, what has 𝗤𝚑𝗻 got to do with the people who have been caught to be supporting or facilitating or sympathizing with ISIS? Likewise, what has these people who attacked the parliament, when the father of one of the attackers is saying go and hang him, why is person like Pannu trying to give him a legal aid worth 10 lakh rupees? What is his interest here? You see a striking similarity here. Why were people who were stone pelters were given legal aid by Hurriyat Conference? What was the interest of Hurriyat Conference in giving legal aid to stone pelters? Now we know what was the interest. So with these all connotations opening up, Sree sir, it is not as straightforward as it will look. What is this 𝗎𝗠𝗎 Singh doing in all the protests? What is 𝗎𝗎𝗎 Singh doing with that? There's one lady, I forgot her name, some Sujata. She seems to be very close to that. Sujata is the same character who can be seen in various Congress protests, in various manifestations. At times she's a mother, at times she's a victim, at times she's a sister. So that lady has been quite beautifully exposed by the media. What is the relation here? So these are the things, why we are kind of very worried. What is the bigger plan here? And trust me, sir, there will be this 2.5 enemy wala angle. 0.5, now is it in collaboration with the forces out of India, or the forces out of India are acting through? So we have to again decode that. Where are they getting the ideas from? Where are they getting this dana pani from? Where has this Lalit Jha disappeared? What about the TMC leader with which he has photos? There are a lot of leaders with whom he has pictures. I think those all leaders should be called. They all should be questioned. No, a leader might say, "Saab, koi bhi aata photo khichata, how do I know?" There's a possibility. I'm not saying that. But somebody will know this Lalit Jha. What is his business? Why did he disappear? Why did he disappear? So these are the things which we are, going to question, which we are going to put in the public domain. And there is another thing I want to tell you. Last time when the parliament attack happened, they got an ambassador card, they put a sticker, and the ambassador card could get in, and we know what they did after that. Now the security is such, you cannot get a vehicle or you cannot even get a truck into the parliament. It has been trained, force entry and all is being taken care. So what is a modus operandi? Modus operandi is get a card, get a pass, infiltrate normally and do the abnormal work. Look normal, do the abnormal work. Now what is his name? What was his name? That dead terrorist, Afzal. What Afzal Guru did, that plan and that modus operandi will not work now. Now a different modus operandi is tried. And let's not forget, there are a lot of people who protected Afzal Guru. There are a lot of people who gave him legal aid. And there were a lot of people who were protesting in JNU. Afzal, hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai. So the Tugde gang was always there. They always thought that Afzal was hanged because he was a Muslim. While as Afzal himself acknowledged that I did the parliament attack. And there are one or two others who went scot-free because there was not enough evidence on them. So my point is, if any foreign power is involved, if at all, these people have to be taught a lesson. And the people who are here and they are hand in glove with them, let them be MPs of any party or any powerful leaders, they have to be also taught a lesson. There are names of a one particular person which are taking rounds. It is very, very preliminary yet, sir. There's a name one person जिसका नाम आ रहा है. It is very, very preliminary now. We can't jump onto the name. Let in 1 or 2 days the things kind of solidify more. Then possibly maybe by Saturday, if we have some more information, we can talk about the person who is possibly involved. But cheese, sir, it's like 1 and 1 should be 2. Here 1 and 1 is 11. That is where it looks to be. It should be 2, it is 11. It is not as simple as this. Or are these people used to test some kind of some kind of, like what we say, are these like there's some kind of a breach in the firewall? They know there's a breach in the firewall. Are these scapegoats being sent in to test that breach? And if they are sent to test that breach, what is the next thing? Right? Exactly, this is what I was saying, sir. I have been telling that on the inauguration of Ram Mandir, the Christmas round the corner and all, such security breaches are possible. Something like this might be tried. And you know who will do it when it comes to Ram Mandir. Who are the people who don't want Ram Mandir to be inaugurated? Who are the people who have sulked with the inauguration of the Ram Mandir? And you know that she is going to be the third pole of geopolitics. A lot of people globally are not happy about it. So was this something?
I read about Ram Mandir. I just read that Thailand has sent, excuse me, water from two of the rivers that flows through there. They have also, sent the soil from there, and 57 countries are going to be attending. We know that the South Korean royal family draws its lineage from Ram. She was there in one of the initial functions, if you remember correctly. And my own guest, 𝗤𝘗, he who lives in US now, he is from that royal family.
Yeah.
So this is something that is very dear to many people, and you are absolutely spot on. This is going to become the third pole in the in terms of the religious importance of the Christianity, Islam, and now Hinduism. 1 in 6 or 1 in 7 is still a Hindu today, despite all this conversion racket, mafia, and all that stuff. And I expect that to reverse now. I expect that to reverse, especially the way things are going in at least the northern belt. I think that's where it needs to slow down and reverse, and then it will start coming down to south also. This is my guess. Back to you. I think we should wind up and then take some questions. Samiji, we have lots of questions also.
Sure. I just have two points to make. Yeah. One point is that, we are getting water from 155 rivers across the world. You are right, sir, 57 countries have signed up and more are going to do it. There's a lot, the soil from, I don't know how many countries is going to come in. And not only that, there are 3 crore ex-Muslims in India. 33% of the Pakistan, up to 40% of the Pakistan is ex-Muslim. They are not declaring it. World over, this number is around 33 to 40% what people are contemplating right now. And the increase of Bhagwan Sri Ram and Sanatan Dharma at the global level, a lot of people will not be happy about. Raising these kind of security concerns around the Ayodhya Rajabhishek of Bhagwan Sri Ram is to just give impression the country is not safe, the parliament is not safe. If an MP is not safe, how come you are safe? So who is trying to do what? Who is trying to bring down what? And who is working with whom to get it done? We'll reach to the tip of it. And this is definitely not as simple as we think and needs a lot of deliberation. I personally feel that it's not only a Pannun kind of incident, but maybe he's also one of the players. But I think, sir, Myra guess it is going to be much bigger. And if something more adverse happens, it will also have economical implications. There will also economical implications. If you look at the sentiments of the markets are already impacted. So these things also cause you loss of money, loss of honor, and loss of future prospects and prospective growth. So this is a multi-pronged weapon. This is not a simple weapon as we see it, right?
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Sumitji. And let's take a few questions now. Magnet Rangaji wants to know, Namaskar ji, isn't the security breach a blot on the otherwise extremely efficient Home Minister? Is this an inside job to defame the Modi ji government? What will be the political fallout?
You see, it is definitely a security breach. Nobody can say it is not. Now, what is done, who all are involved, that is something which has to be contemplated and to be investigated, Ranga sir. I think my gut feel says, I have no information, my gut feel says there is a geopolitical angle also to it. We'll come to know, I can bet you today, you will see that these will be level 4 operatives. There will be a level 3, there will be a level 2, and there will be level 1. They are these pawns, or these are the pawns. These are not the people who are important, but who are the level 1 operators who are controlling the shots. That is what we need to find out. Because definitely this is to embarrass the government. Definitely this is to put a question mark on the security. If you have seen how the markets have behaved and how the prices have been fluctuated in the last 1 or 2 days, that will validate what I'm telling you. I mean, anybody can go and check it for yourself. See.
Next question, please. Venkatraman Iyer wants to know, a report surfaces that the culprits are left-oriented and have support from certain quarters to defame the Modi Sarkar. Your views, please.
Mr. Iyer, 101% this is a possibility. Let the investigations happen and we'll contemplate, because I've been telling this. This Jha has pictures with a lot of people who are from the opposition. How is this Jha incidentally, being pictured with everybody and anybody? And why these people are silent? There can be one coincidence or there can be many coincidences, but again, all these aspects need to be investigated. And why today such a ruckus that you have to suspend 50? You needed to suspend, or you had no option but to suspend 50 MPs. What are you trying to prove here? Right? What are you trying to prove here? In such things, in such a difficult situation, we have to all stick together and find who the enemy is. But if it is the enemy within, then how do you kind of do it? That we this is all speculation right now, but we have to get to the get to the to the root of it. Remember, it's a level 4 operators. Who are these people? Who is this layer of people? We have to find them.
There's also one other angle here. There's a Facebook page called 𝗤𝙑𝘚 Fan Club, and all these people reportedly are members of that, and they have posted comments on that. And again, this sounds innocuous enough, but if you remember, it was the same kind of an attack that Bhagat Singh is accused to have done, that they threw bombs into the well of the parliament at that time, whenever that happened, right? So, they are trying to draw similarities, but most important thing to remember here is go by the facts. Find out where the canisters got in. That is your clue. That is your clue. I want these people to know no wishy-washy thing. BJP Home Minister has to do clear-cut thing. Every day there has to be a press conference saying this is the progress we have done in this investigation. And if you don't do that, right, I'll tell you, if you don't do that, they'll always say BJP is not safe. The country is not safe under BJP. You got the line. The country is not safe under BJP. Keep playing the same thing.
Absolutely, Sree sir. That is what the whole things will manifest into. भाई राष्ट्र सुरक्षित नहीं है. अगर MP सुरक्षित नहीं है, अगर पार्लियामेंट सुरक्षित नहीं है, तो क्या सुरक्षित है? आपकी हमारा जीवन कैसे सुरक्षित है? This is exactly what are they going to do, that the country is not safe under them. And then they will attribute it, when did the parliament attack happen before this? Who was the prime minister at that point of time? They will kind of try to draw this, make 1 and 1 11, not 1 and 1 2, but 1 and 1 11. That's what I was hinting at.
See, one of the things that has gone unnoticed, yesterday there was also a news that several hundred madrasas are now converted into public schools in Assam. Correct. Nobody seems to know that thing. It appeared in PGurus.com. Viewers, we always tell you, we give you the more important stories of every day. That is our goal. It's not to try and paint anybody good or bad. We are questioning, why is the process of giving these passes not being checked better? The father was always acting like a cover for the son. That Sharma kid who finally jumped and blew the, he also was one of the one who was spraying the canisters. What did he know what he is doing? I mean, isn't there anything about patriotism being taught to these kids? What kind of a nonsense is this? Freedom of speech, there are limits to it. Anyway, next question, please.
Sir, just diverting for a second.
Yeah.
I was reading something today about the influence of Bollywood on our females. It's mind-boggling. Some data have come out. I mean, the way, all ill practices are being practiced in our country, the way they have been infused slowly into the society in the name of a independent woman and all, it's mind-boggling what I was reading. The numbers are frightening. But anyway, this is not the topic for that. Today is not the issue for that. But there are a lot of this information wars which are being brought, and unfortunately, some of our youth are just being taught to be living for I, me, myself. They don't know anything beyond I, me, myself. That is where the problem starts.
Next one, please. Narayan P wants to know, is this one of the many attacks till 2024, I think? Would BJP prospect be damaged?
No, BJP prospects won't be damaged, but they will try at their level best, the people within India and some people out of India, to work in tango and to see as much as damage they can cause. As I told you that day, after the Supreme Court verdict and the win in 3 states, my number was 360 for the NDA BJP. Now, if these kind of things keep on happening, they somewhere down the line do impact somehow. It's not there will be no impact. Yes, it won't. It is not at a level wherein your chances are diminished or you're gone. But if something bigger or sinister happens, this possibility can go up. Remember, there was an election rally of Prime Minister Modi in Bihar, I think 2014 or 19. I can't remember.
2014. Yeah.
When there were a lot of bombs which went away, and there were 7 lakh people there. And Prime Minister Modi did not go away. Security wanted him to be taken out. He refused because he thought that if he is taken away, whisked away, there'll be a stampede. And then the stampede, and then a lot of people will get killed. It will become a kind of a 𝗣𝗓𝗏 𝗍 kind of experience. He stayed there, risking his life. And he told people that a lot of people, you have to go calmly home. You have to go safely home. You don't have to rush. You don't have to do this. If that was possible in 2014, it was Bihar, I think Ram Leela Maidan. Why what happened yesterday is impossible? Why it is beyond the realms of imagination and possibility? Remember that happened that day. Modi ji risked his life and said, no, aap sab aaram se jayenge. And he knew what could happen there, with 7 lakh people in that rally. So exactly, if you see on the same lines, 10 years down the line, why that kind of a scenario is impossible today? It is fully possible.
Next one, please. Karthik Viswanathan wants to know, sir, religious institutions are in concurrent list of constitution. Central law operates in case of difference in state and center law. Will center dare bringing law to bring out temples from state?
I think the temples have to be liberated. It's a matter of time. And in some states, it's already done, which are BJP ruled states, it's already done. But it has to be done at a bigger level. And, all these temples should be out of the control of the government. And the money of the temples should go to the community and should go to the poorer sections of the community. I can be very candid. Look, if it is anything is coming into the temple, it's a Hindu who is donating into the temple. The money given by a Hindu for a Hindu god, for a Hindu cause should be used for Hindus. I'm very clear on that. It should be used for the Hindus only. If you have spare money, then you can use for the collective national good, right? If you want to, if there's a calamity, if there's a problem or there's a need. But the first preference should be the weaker sections of the Hindus, and the temple should be allowed to have their own gurukuls and things like that, so that, we have seen that weakening of our roots, what we're witnessing right now. This phenomena has to be arrested. I cannot comprehend, sir. How can somebody do this to his own parliament? How can somebody do this to his own parliament? And this Neelam Singh, this lady, 42-year-old lady, I mean, she's a mountain of lies. She's a mountain of lies, and 40, I'm a student, I'm this and all that. There are people who think that, Indian law can be managed and manipulated. These people have to be taught a lesson. At least the UAPA is done. But what I'm thinking that we need to be more proactive, and I think in the new proposed laws, as I'm reading some bits and pieces here and there, I don't know. I'm getting to know this is the possibility. Whatever I have come to know, Sri sir, it is a proactive piece of law. It is not a reactive piece of law. I was very happy to see some of the, extracts of that. And if they are true, because I don't know yet, was if they are true, these people are going to have a trouble of their lifetime.
Next one, please. Sapan Chakrabarti wants to know, Sumit ji and Sree sir, I may be wrong, but I have a feeling that there are independent YouTubers from ex-TV channels spreading some anti-national narratives there by motivating some youth among Hindus.
There is a possibility, Sapan ji. You see, मैं हिंदी में इसका जवाब दूंगा सपन चौधरी चक्रवर्ती जी. एक हिंदी में कहावत है, जड़ों में मट्ठा डालना. मतलब you have to infiltrate into the roots and weaken the roots. Youth are the future of any community, any country, any civilization. Now, there are a lot of people, I told you, some people were following these. There's a journalist in the name of RK. There's a journalist in the name of AA. So there some of them have been following Kanhaiya Kumar. When these all things go there, and remember, with the JNU 𝙤𝙬𝙤𝙬 gang, Deepika Padukone was standing there. And you know the kind of mad fan following these people have. So when Deepika stands there, in a way, you are validating Kanhaiya Kumar. Bharat tere tugde honge, inshallah, inshallah. Fatima wali azadi, Kashmir wali azadi, chhin ke rahenge azadi. Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai. Let's not forget that. So when these people stand there, that's why I brought this point before this question, Sri sir. The kind of influence they have in the name of this independent lady and all that is mind-boggling. We'll talk about that in a separate hangout, but it's mind-boggling. So these people can be influenced, these people are being influenced, and these people will be influenced. You infiltrate ideas or you increase the expectations. There are two ways of playing this game. Infuse some crazy ideas in the name of freedom, independence, liberty, fraternity, and modern age youth. Or you increase the expectations to a level, which are untenable. So in both the cases, what will be the result? The result will be discontentment, and the discontentment is the breeding ground for what you want them to do and act against the nation. So that is what is being proposed. Yes, there are a lot of people who are doing this. And I think there is a new act or a body which will come into play, I think possibly after 24, which will handle all this. So all these people have to be taken to the task. We have, unfortunately, we have a lot of democracy in this country, and some people have started misusing that democracy and thinking that we are democratic, we are humane, we are Sanatanis, we are weak. Those people have to be taught that lesson. And let's not forget, you have a lot of China ke dalals here also in India. I'm not talking about China ke dalals. China ke dalals are in India. Pakistan ke dalals are in India, sir. I mean, this is an open fact. There is no, we're not casting any aspersions, and some names are known. And what we know is just 1%. I'm telling you, 99.99% still is not in the public domain. Neither we can bring it in the public domain because we are also bound by some restrictions. It's not we don't know the names, sir. I know at least 50% of them, but I can't, be specific and talk about the names. That we can't do on a public broadcast. But I can tell you what we know is just 1%. There are a lot of them there, hell lot of them there. But sabka number aayega. I've been always telling sabka number aayega. It's a matter of time. Yes, when you are in a kind of war, you might be upset in a battle here and there, but you have to focus on the war, not on the battle.
Anshuman Singh says, Sena is India's biggest problem, period. They are feeling the heat. This reaction must have been to create fear among investors. Your view, sir?
I have been saying, Singh Saab, that, that is to say that if MP Parliament is not safe, how is your investment, how is your business safe in India? Now, as Indian, you know how safe or unsafe you are. Why is this message? This message is resonating to the whole world, and after these 15 MPs suspended, there's a lot of international media which is talking about it. The whole lipstick nail polish brigade, the Mota Chota Jihadi, Nikka Jihadi, Lamba Jihadi, all Ganja Jihadi, all of them are talking about it. This is the only talking point they have. These idiots don't have bread to eat. They don't have toilet paper to clean their ass. And they are talking about the breach in the parliament security. These are the people who perpetrated the attack on the parliament. These are the people who are cold-blooded, goddamn jihadis, and they are talking about the security breach. They are the people wherein somebody enters their military camp and kills 30 of them, and they are talking about security breach. So, nothing is without a purpose. Nothing is without a purpose. If this is being brought up, they have a purpose. They are not bothered about security. They're only making this news bigger and bigger and bigger and casting more and more and more aspersions. Even on the 370, what Pakistan media is doing, they are trying to instigate the local Muslims here. Arey bhai, tum kuch nahi kar rahe. This has happened. Why are you not doing anything? Because these important, I don't want to use a word, these incompetent idiots are not capable of doing anything. Now they are trying to investigate the Muslims here. Why you are not doing anything? This 370 happened and all that. So you have seen, and we showed you that day, the Garib Khana of Umar Abdullah ji, Garib Khana. We showed you that also. So, that is how people like us are trying our best to expose them, and we'll keep on doing it to our last breath. Be best assured on that. Nobody can stop us. But it is important that, our narrative, our truth, our light should be big enough or great enough to zap through this darkness. They can create the darkness, but, one torch, a small torch, a small candle can break the myth of darkness. That is what we all have to try and do it. And your concern is the fuel. When I light a diya, we are the bati. We are the bati. The fire, the 𝗤𝙧𝙤𝙪 will do what he is good at. But where is the fuel? Your questions, your concern, your willingness to know, your willingness to contribute is the fuel which keeps that lamp or that diya of hope burning. That is where you are important. We are only your voice. We are nobody's. Me and Sree sir are nobody. We are only your voice. We are only the nimitz. We are only the media of his grace and his ichha. And your things, your desires, your questions, your concerns, we are addressing. We are only the people who are the front end. We are the interface only. We are हम कोई बड़े लोग नहीं है साहब. बहुत छोटे लोग हैं. आप हो. You are the people. And I want all of you to know it. I want all of you to share it. I want all of you to like it. I want all of you to spread this message to as many people as you can, because now they are trying to go against the economic interest of our country. The idea is to basically hurt the economy. And I have been warning you in a lot of limited words that commodities and other might do. I told you about the property prices just in the last episode. Right, there might be we might see a fall in the property prices. So there are a lot of things which we cannot talk in the open media, but there are a lot of rumors. There are a lot of buzzwords which hit us. So we try to decode them and give it to you as much as possible, so that you are completely aware. Yes, Sree sir.
Next question, please. Sumitji, we have 4 more questions, so let's run through them because we need to come back again in half an hour's time. Thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, thank you, Sylvia. Why didn't they install a glass wall between the spectator gallery and the MP area? I think my maid is smarter than all the IAS, IPS together.
I mean, sir, there are, you see, we cannot say there was no security breach. There was a security breach, and we have to learn. But we should not focus on this breach. We should focus on what are they trying to achieve through this breach. Look, they did not hurt anybody. Then it will be seen as an act of terror. If they would have even hurt a person, it will be seen as an act of terror. They chose not to hurt anybody, but to do the breach. What is the mission and the motive? That is what we are questioning here.
Next one, please. Thank you, Jahangir ji. Politicians should not issue certificates or recommendations for any purpose going forward. Police should issue certificates. Punishment should scare unscrupulous protesters.
Sir, this should be seen as an act of treason, UAPA, and confiscation of property, and all should be done. But again, I am reiterating, Jahangir sir, you are very,
we seem to have accidentally lost Sumit ji. He'll join back in just a moment. And I hope, thank you, ACES, for your generous donation. And I hope that you have liked this video and also that you have subscribed to our channel. In about half an hour's time, we're going to talk about a new entity that is claiming credit for some of the recent attacks called the TJP, Tehreek-e Jihad Pakistan. So you have the TTP, Tehreek-e Taliban Pakistan. Now there is a TJP. Who is TJP? And is this a new entity or a reformed, reborn entity? All these things we don't know. By the way, viewers, we are shipping out Sengols now. The Sengol will look, when it is completely unwrapped, it will look like this. There will be a letter that tells you to be cautious about keeping it around children. Next one is the box that it looks like. This is how the shape of the box is going to be, and these are some suggestions on how you can place your Sengol in your drawing room. Here there is a sculpture of Nataraja, and by the side of it the Sengol is kept. But see that the Sengol is leaning on the wall, so you need to see how you can put the Sengol in a place where it can stand by itself, like this one. Here you can make the Sengol stand by itself, and just finish up that thing. Just finish up that thing. 2 more slides. And this is one way to keep the Sengol. The next one, please. So this is the close-up of the Nandi on top of the Sengol. I'll just show you the actual size. Actual size is quite small. It's only my finger. You can see it is as small as that. But when you bring it very, very close, see that is the clarity that you see of the Nandi that is there. Next one, please. That is the Indian flag, and this is the original inscription on the Sengol that goes back to hundreds of years, and that's in Tamil. Next one, please. And I think I still haven't had a chance to check it. This is, I think, the Ashoka Dharma Chakra, and that's all we have. So, Sumitji, let's take the question now.
Yeah, sure.
So
I was answering Jahangirji. Maybe I went off and I didn't even notice that. I was telling him, sir, the 𝗣𝗂𝗄𝗎, this should be treated as an act of treason. 𝗣𝗂𝗄𝗎 taking out their properties should be the norm, and we have to go to the level 4 players. Today, I'm very happy, Jahangirji. I know you don't live in India. I don't know is your passport Indian or not, but you are very concerned. You're part of every show, and you're very concerned, and you're concerned about what is happening. People like you and others who are kind of concerned, who are contributing, who are asking questions is a hope. This is what will keep us going on, and this is what we should do. It is not, we don't have to look at the incident. Look, they had, if they would have succeeded, which they have, if they would have hurt, they choose not to hurt anybody. If they would have hurt anybody, we would have said it's act of terror, khatam, dismissed. But they choose not to hurt anybody. They wanted to show a breach. Now the mission does not seem to be hurting anybody. The mission was to show a breach. Now if the mission was to show a breach, what are they going to impact? What it is going to impact is the political, geopolitical, and the economic aspects of our country. So that is what they are aiming and hitting at. So if you have to control such a breaches, these are these players. We have to go at here. Level 4. Who are the puppeteers? Who are controlling the puppets? We have to get hold of them to make sure this menace never happens again.
Next one, please. VB asks, looks like a well-planned conspiracy to embarrass the government, to derail parliament proceedings, since significant bills are lined up to target Amit Shah. Your views, please.
Absolutely, I concur. I told you, sir, that Amit Shah ji is very important for the 2024 election. There are a lot of bills. And remember, there was also a news going of 400 crores of cash and counting. Suddenly, that news has gone off track. Now, after this news has come, Sree sir, are we talking about that 400 crores of cash? We are not talking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But which is us counting. And Prime Minister Modi had tweeted, if you want to watch that
Money heist.
Money heist. This is where you have to, and where is that MP? Who showed that MP coming on a cycle? Modi ji ne bahut mehenga kar diya petrol. So we don't know who is doing what. There are a lot of possibilities here, but I personally presume and believe in myself, there will be a geopolitical angle to it. Will come to. It's a matter of time.
That brings us to a close of today's program. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar. Sumitji, we will join you again in about 25 minutes time when we'll be starting our Hindi episode on Pakistan. So please do come back for that. And thank you so much, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar, pranam, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki jai, and Har 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 Mahadev.
Mahadev.